Welcome back to It Is What It Is. This episode is sponsored by Underdog. The app is an easy way to make some cash just by making picks on your favorite players. Underdog is available in more than 30 states, including California, Texas, and New York, just to name a few. Underdog is offering promos every day all October, so make sure to use code MACE, CAM, or STAT to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash with your first deposit and get a Dak Prescott free pick. Dak just needs 1 yard for you to get your money up when you sign up, so make sure to support the show by hitting the link in the bio and downloading the Underdog app today. I'm Treasure Wilson, aka Stat Baby, along with your host, Cam. Mace will be back next episode. Cam, how you feeling?
Yeah, what up?
Good.
Yeah, niggas is mad disrespectful. Like, niggas said Dak just gotta get 1 yard. Niggas say, yo, if that didn't get a yard, we gonna pay y'all niggas. Dak, I would feel wild. Is it one rushing yard?
Yeah. It's 1 yard, not even rushing.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Niggas is trash, my nigga. Yeah, mad disrespectful. Stat, what's good? I'm good, though.
Steelers Nation. That's what that means.
Right.
So today we are joined with our analyst, Maurice Claret.
Mo, what up, man?
All is well. How y'all doing out there?
Shit, I'm good. You all right?
Man, I'm phenomenal, man.
Yeah.
Smile on my face, waves in my head, all that. Life is great.
Got the glow like me, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Look, yeah, you could look, nigga, green juice. I don't got no lotion on no nothing. I ain't even this is natural glow right here. I just came straight here. I rolled out of bed pause like this. Came on camera here. I didn't buy this shit, man. For real. You cannot purchase this shit right here, man. I had some good G. I'm happy everybody here though, man. I'm talking about Stat. You Mo, Mace got his weight down. I'm happy everybody's here, man. Every time I bring up an old clip, Mo, Stat be like, oh my God.
Yes. No. Literally.
Why, Stat?
Bro, because like a lot changes in a year.
What happened? What's the difference between then and now when I bring up old clips? What's the
Get a
problem?
bit of money, start a little different.
Oh, you look different with some money. It wasn't looking the same.
No, me in
as a
college,
student.
it was a little bit of a struggle. So.
Every time we're on there, you're like, oh my God. Yeah, I'm going to start bringing up a lot of old clips, man. Just friendly reminders here and there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
You guys supposed to show improvement, Stat.
Yo, Mo. You know what I'm saying? If you want to bring me back to Ohio State, cool. You know, ain't no problem. You know what I'm saying? Let me know. The nigga Murder, I had a convo with him. He said niggas tried to get him there with a book bag and a sweater. Fuck, he look like. He said, you can't go with a sweater and a book bag. Fuck, he look like. Getting out there like y'all can pimp him over a sweater and a book bag, nigga.
How to pimp him off like?
Child back, Bruce Leroy, just hollering, nigga. You know, it's all good, man. I can fuck with the conference. Deion's in a whole nother conference, nigga. If you need Bruce Leroy back on set, I won't do with the you pause what you did to me. It's all good, man. You know.
Well, you gotta blame it on your man. He messed up the whole marketing ploy. He was supposed to come back. We were supposed to make jokes. They had everything laid out. And it was supposed to be jokes between you and him and Deion and the whole night. And he stirred me up, man. I don't even know what to do.
That's what you get. That's exactly what happens. That's what happens, man.
Well, up into your head, nigga.
I'm dead.
But the door is always open.
I appreciate it.
I'm just telling you, the door is always open. They made sure to tell me that the door is always open. And they actually invited all of us to come as we please. So, you know, I was talking to the brother the other day. He said, look, it's a revolving door. Y'all can come when you want to. And whenever y'all decide to want to come, it's, field passes. Y'all got all access to everything going on. So I'm just saying it on the show right now to let everybody know. But it was supposed to be a build-up to the comedy between us and Deion. But
Nah, I get it. Me and Deion still locked in. Comedy won't stop on our end, nigga. Shit, we still locked in, nigga. Dolo now, he by himself, nigga. You know, Killer Allen, like how Beavis had an Allen, nigga, you on Killer Allen by yourself, man.
it's all good.
That's all good.
So let's get into this Thursday night football game and a crazy ending. The Falcons beat the Bucks 36-30 in overtime. Swag Surf Kirk threw for a franchise record of 509 yards. What did you guys think of the outcome of this game, Maurice?
Well, anybody who's seen the game, it was a phenomenal, competitive game.
Well, I bet you had, bro.
I felt bad for Kirk because it felt like Kirk was doing everything that he was doing throughout the game. But just at key moments, he had different drops. He had the 2 field goals that the Asian guy who was celebrated last week for doing what he was doing, and then he had missed it. One he missed it, and one got blocked. And so it felt like they were, taking a bit longer to put the whole game together. But I do have to say this because when I thought about it, I was like, man, I got to shout out Baker Mayfield because I was one of those people who was killing Baker Mayfield last year, and I was also killing Kirk Cousins' balls on both of those statements. But Baker Mayfield, even them, they should have had the game won. He was decisive. He was leading the team well. He made every throw that the offensive coordinator and the head coach had designed for him to make. And he played phenomenal as well, but what ultimately got him in the end was the running back who had fumbled. And, in games like this are very competitive, you have to make every possession count. The dude that basically fumbled during the key moment was basically allow Atlanta to get back into the game, and then eventually they went down, kicked the field goal, tied it up, and then eventually, they threw it to the gentleman. I think it was number 12, I don't know his last name, but he just got the game. And, he ran for a touchdown, but phenomenal game, phenomenal production. It was just a phenomenal game to me.
Yeah, Bucky Irvin, that's the nigga who fucked shit up for Tim. Plays. I know that hurt. But yeah, look, it was a great game. I actually walked out at the end of the fourth because at the end of regulation because I had to take care of some things. But man, this was a phenomenal game. One thing that I will say, I know Mason, actually myself too, I picked Tampa Bay to win, but I said I wanted Atlanta to win because I'm a Kirk Cousins fan. I said this yesterday actually with Mike Irvin on the show. Michael Irvin actually picked Atlanta to win this game. But it was key moments on both sides. We got to realize, like you said, Irvin fumbled. Atlanta gets it back. They throw an interception. Their defense picks it up and stops them, and then they get back in field goal range to send it up into overtime. I'm talking about Atlanta does. But it was great from start to finish, man. The one thing that I will take away from this game, it was a great in-division game. They'll play again, and we don't know who's going to win this division. This is actually one of the better divisions in football with Tampa Bay and Atlanta because, Kirk Cousins, like you wasn't listening yesterday, or you might have seen the show, but I was saying I'm so much of a Kirk Cousins fan because I like his business ethic. I like that he knows how to play around and get the team involved when he put the jewelry on the show, on the plane, on the jet, and he was dancing. I fuck with Kirk Cousins. Not only that, he got super duper rich being franchise tagged. So I fuck with him. Everybody's scared of being franchise tagged or complained about franchise tagging, and he embraced it and he capitalized off it. So I'm a real big Kirk Cousins fan. But I am concerned about Atlanta's running game, being that this is the first time this season I watched a full game of Atlanta, and it's basically non-existent. Kirk Cousins threw 58 times, bro. Now it's phenomenal that he had 509 yards, but the man threw 58 times. He's not going to last all season throwing over 50 passes every single game. And the running game was, like I said, basically non-existent. I've been keeping up with Atlanta here and there, watching maximum highlights. This is the first time I've seen a full game, and it was a beauty to watch because Baker Mayfield was doing his motherfucking thing too. He didn't have 509 yards, but he did numbers. It was a duel out last night. And Kirk Cousins, if you're the Atlanta Falcons, preserve this nigga. He ain't Michael Penix, nigga. That nigga, he ain't no spring chicken, nigga. Now, he killed niggas, don't get me wrong. He definitely killed. But 58 passes, it's not going to work for a whole season. Let's figure out the run game if you're Atlanta, but a sensational win.
Yeah. I want to say this, and when I say this, this is not to take away from Atlanta's win because I know how it's going to sound when I say this. But I still feel a little side-eye about the overtime rules just because I feel like both teams should be able to have possession of the ball. I understand that if the other team gets that first and they can make that touchdown. But it's still kind of like when you see the Bucks winning basically throughout the whole game, and I know that they could have produced more in the second half, it's kind of frustrating because it's like I wanted them to get their 1 and 2. So seeing that performance and that's how it ended. Shout out to Atlanta because y'all definitely needed that win and the city was hyped, and that's why I said swag surf Kirk because he was over here doing the swag and surf and he looked lit and I'm happy for y'all. But it just feels kind of wrong because the Buccaneers were being the stronger team despite, how much Kirk Cousins threw for. Just certain things look a little like that to me, so.
The whole thing is, I think they actually changed that rule for the playoffs. Which you're talking about. The other team does get an opportunity for the playoffs, but I'm not mad.
Season,
but I'm not mad at what you're talking about either. Like, it to me, it isn't fair either. But life ain't fair. But we'll settle it. Life ain't fair. That's just the way it is. Secondly, I know what you're saying that Tampa Bay had momentum, and towards the end, Atlanta seemed like they came back. But if you ever watch boxing, you could be beating a nigga for 11 rounds straight, and if he knocks you out in the 12th, you lose. That's B. C is stats from Tampa, y'all. It's not a coincidence why she doesn't like the rule. It's not by accident. So Pittsburgh's her team, but she's actually from Tampa, by Jacksonville when it's convenient. But she's raised and went to school and all that in Tampa. So her not liking a rule all of a sudden, which has been the same rule since forever. How convenient today that she doesn't like the rule. I just thought I'd put our audience on to the Regency and what's going on. Why today she doesn't like it.
That's a great case, great argument. However, it's still Steelers, and it just didn't feel right. That's just what it is. Regular season overtime, I don't know.
Hey man, I'm not mad at you, but it's just mighty convenient today that you feel this way. Like, it isn't a new rule.
Yeah.
It's been going on forever. They actually just changed the rule for the playoffs that year that Buffalo and Kansas City were going back and forth at it, if I'm not mistaken. But sorry, I just don't understand why today you're mad at the rule out of all the fucking years. This Ruben older than you, so today on October 5th or 4th or whatever it is, you're mad today. How convenient.
It's just an observation, and I'm sure a lot of the people in the comments will agree that, it just feels a little.
Okay.
That's just it. The fate is in the hands of a coin toss, and sometimes it just doesn't feel right. And this time, it didn't feel right.
Well, the whole thing about it is that's why you have an offense, defense, and special teams. If you lose the coin toss, it's up to your and whoever wants the ball, it's up to your defense to get a stop. That's what it's about. That's why you go to training camp. That's why you get in shape. That's why you shouldn't be tired in overtime. That's why they shouldn't have missed 4 or 5 niggas missed the tackle. It wasn't like it was a bomb thrown. He ran through 3, 4 niggas. Where's the defense? Y'all niggas get paid to tackle. Tackle a nigga.
But the way they're going to explain it in film, they're going to go back to the running back and they say, we shouldn't even be in a situation. The running back coach will go to that running back and say, hey man, every day, the first drill that you do, if you're a quarterback or if you're a running back, is ball security, pause. And he gonna say, man, had you not basically fumbled the rock, we wouldn't even be in a situation where we would have to defend these guys and we could have walked out of here with a victory. And so they're going to put the onus or the responsibility on them, and they're going to say that thing that Stat talking about the rule change is just an excuse. But I hear what you say.
I love the inside pause of knowledge like that, Mo, because I never got that far playing basketball, let alone football. See, that's why it wouldn't have never worked out for me. Because I would have said, well, actually, Atlanta got the ball back. Kirk Cousins threw an interception, then we got the ball back. Because
we got the ball back.
They timeouts wisely. It went into overtime because you gave Kirk Cousins the ball back after 3 and out, and then they ended up getting a field goal to send it into overtime. So after that fumble, we actually had a chance to go and score again. So I knew the onus is on me, but fuck out of here. Nigga would send me home, lost the scholarship, all type of shit. So I wouldn't have fucked up. Nigga hit me with if you wouldn't have fumbled. But you're right, Mo. If he didn't fumble, that would have secured the game. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
But they did get the ball back because Kirk Cousins threw an interception, and they had a chance, but they just went 3 and out. But you're right. I dig it. Wouldn't have worked out for me. My mom used to say that for basketball. She said, Ken, you don't like to listen to nobody. You wouldn't have been a good basketball player. You don't like authority. Said you're right. Maybe I did make a change.
Well, shout out Atlanta on you guys' win. Excited to see what happens for y'all's next game. Okay, so The two best wide receivers in college football are two freshmen. Ryan Williams at Alabama is only 17, and Jeremiah Smith from Ohio is only 18. Do you guys think we'll ever see a time where the age limit for the NFL is lowered like it is in basketball, Maurice?
Man, listen, I never thought I'd see the day where you were paying college players what you're paying them now. So I would basically use that knowledge and that premise to say what I'm about to say. And I can foresee over the next decade these people lowering age. And when you look at what Ryan Williams is doing, and you look at what Jeremiah Smith is doing at Ohio State, these dudes are probably two of the best wide receivers in all of college football right now. It doesn't matter if you're a senior, junior, sophomore, freshman. The two best receivers are a 17-year-old freshman out of Alabama and an 18-year-old kid at Ohio State. And so I just believe in some capacity that you'll have NFL owners, now that the league is more of a passing league, it's a lot less violent. It's quarterback friendly, which means it's receiver friendly, which means that you're not talking about, guys getting their heads taken off and all the craziness that goes along with professional football. I just think at some point you'll see these guys bring the age limit down. And I also say that because there's a bigger story in all of college football that they're saying now that you have to pay these players, these schools don't generate the money. All of the schools, maybe your Power 5 schools and your top schools, your top 10 or 15 schools that generate the money, but you have other schools who don't generate the money to pay these players. So I can see this thing happening with those thoughts in mind, but I don't know. What's your thoughts?
I seen homeboy from Alabama bust Georgia ass the other day. That nigga was balleting on them niggas, spinning around, doing ice capades on them niggas. That nigga was playing games with them niggas. It was bad, disrespectful, and on top of it, that's what they kept saying on TV. He's 17. He's only 17. I can't believe he's doing this. He's 17. Now I'm all for young niggas getting their money, and if you're talented enough to get your money on the next level, go get it. I think that nowadays, if you could wait till you're older, just for NFL, not necessarily basketball, because we see pro basketball players starting at 14, 15 years old, such as Luka and others. But football, me personally, if you could get paid in college and wait till you get to the NFL to get your money, I would absolutely do that, especially if you get NIL money. After I seen that nigga the other day from Alabama, I didn't see the guy from Ohio State play a full game. Y'all seen his highlights, but I actually watched the Alabama-Georgia game, and that nigga was phenomenal. Like, if he could go get a tip-toe sock commercial, nigga, he could go get one. It's all type of ass he could get, nigga. A sponsorship part, he could get because of how he was finessing them niggas when he was on the field. Me personally, I would not want to see a 17, 18-year-old in the NFL because their body pause is not fully developed yet. Let Bosa, one of these niggas, grab one hold of you by accident, nigga. Myles Garrett, nigga. Let one of these niggas get a hold of you by accident at 17 years old. You're gonna fuck your life up, nigga. Play games if you want with these grown men that's 28, 29, 30 years old in full prime of their life with a 17-year-old nigga who's nice finesse-wise because of dibbing and dabbing. Yeah, they try and block a nigga if you get called on the play and you need to block the wrong nigga. I remember Chad Ochocinco trying to go against Ray Lewis. And he was a grown-ass man when that shit happened. And Ray Lewis knocked the shit out the nigga. He almost put a concussion off a block. That was off a block. I like these niggas. I think they're good. But at 17, 18, even 19, 20, you're not fully developed as a man yet. And if you get hit by the wrong nigga, that may fuck your career long term. So I don't recommend it, but if you need to go get your money, I understand it. I'm not mad at it.
Okay. And then we talked earlier in the year about the correlation between being a championship contender and a Heisman winner. Looking at the front runners now, Maurice, what are your thoughts?
I remember we had talked about it, I don't know, week 1 or week 2, and I thought that we would end up in a situation where you would have either Shador or Travis Hunter basically performing well and potentially going to be a Heisman contender. But when you look at Travis Hunter, you look at the kid from Boise State, who's the running back, who's playing phenomenal right now. Jalen Milroe might be on the best team, and he's down in Alabama. And when you look at Cam Ward down in Miami, 3 of those teams potentially may have good seasons, but they won't be on championship teams. But I'm saying, does that negate the fact that Travis Hunter may be the best player in college football? And will he win? I don't know. But I think like this may be the first year that you may have the best players spread out in divisions or on teams that aren't the teams that are going for the national championship. Because if you looked at it right now, if you asked 100 people, they would all pick Travis Hunter over Jalen Milroe, even though they just went out here and beat Georgia the way they did. And so I think this may be one of the first years that you do have a Heisman Trophy winner who isn't on a front-running team headed towards the championship or doing real well. So I'm just saying that this may be the first year.
Yeah, that's a good point, because I was thinking about this question when I seen that we was going to talk about it, because college football is just so unfair, B. There's just so many fucking teams. I know they moved it up to 12 teams this year, but it's so fucking unfair. It isn't like, I'm trying to even think of something that's even close to being fair to it. I even like the NCAA men's, so women's basketball. At least you got 64 of the top niggas just trying to compete. College, you just picked the 12 niggas that this committee, who the fuck get to give them the knowledge? Like, yo, these 10 people, however many people in the committee say, we're gonna go with this person, we're gonna go with that person, we're gonna go with this person. And then what happens is, we sit there and watch every year, year after year, how they put like, have some sportsmanship, have camaraderie, da-da-da-da. Not even camaraderie, sportsmanship. You know how, like, when you blowing the team out in basketball, you up 30, you ain't supposed to shoot, like, don't take the shot, take the turnover, and just get the game over with. Nah, not in college football. You're up 56-3, run it to 94-6. So when the committee looks at it, it looks like, oh, these niggas is crazy. They beat the niggas 80-4. They running it up on niggas. There's no sportsmanship in college football. You gotta beat niggas for by the biggest amount that you could beat them by, so that this committee can sit there and say, well, they did win by 62 points. And they did win by 14 points against the top 10 team. And they did win by this much. But at the end of the day, who's really the champs? Because I forget who it was, maybe about 2-3 years ago. I forget who actually won, but if I'm not mistaken, it was UCF, who was undefeated. And them niggas were like,